Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Bucs, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gunn here with Charles Davis, and for the Dolphins, what a turnaround under first-year head coach Mike McDaniel. I mean, this is a franchise that had not won a playoff game since the year 2000, but wow, I mean, they're AFC champions.
Give them a big amount of credit for getting here, and how about this franchise in total? They have won the Super Bowl twice, but those were Super Bowls 7 and 8 in 1973-74. They are so excited to be back in the big game.
Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, it's just absolutely astonishing that they'd be back a second time in 3 years. Tom Brady at it again, 3 seasons in Tampa, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and I think we can officially say the decision to unretire, probably a pretty good one.
Brandon, he must have really been invigorated by those 40 days he was retired. I think you and I need to try that as well. Amazing how one guy can completely change the culture and path of an entire franchise. But let's be clear, this has been a team effort to get them back here.
The stage is finally set, and here we go. Super Bowl 57 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And what a moment for him to start the Super Bowl right here. He's had his doubters over and over in his young career, and many of them question if he could truly be an NFL starter, let alone a Super Bowl starter. But here he is on the biggest day of the NFL season, leading a resurgent Dolphins team. How about a little bit of bonus history? He would be only the 3rd lefty to start and win the Super Bowl if he pulls this off, joining Hall of Famers Ken Stabler and Steve Young.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Tua. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And just think, we thought we had seen the final chapter of Tom Brady's historic career when he retired during the offseason, but there's a voice inside of him that said, you've got unfinished business. And he certainly did. Here he is now in his 11th Super Bowl appearance. And if this is going to be it for him, the Super Bowl is the only place a career like his should end.
Brady now on 1st down. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And Well, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a... And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Being chased. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Coming in to put a lick on it was Levante David.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down and will.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 0-0 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Edmonds. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now the rookie's free. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Ryan Succop for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And he's got it. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Sanders now to have the extra point. And now it's blocked. The Bucs pick it up. Taking it right down Broadway. 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown of protection that led to the block.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. Tom Brady and the Tampa offense getting set to go once again. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Miami set to take over. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll swing that out to Edmonds. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua. They'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now the drive they started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Brady now on 1st down. Completes it again to Gage. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Tua going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Dancing to his left. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The final shot before half for Brady. Touchdown! Chris Godwin as time expires in the first half. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Miami. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Both teams with some extra time to prepare during this long halftime break, but we're about ready to restart the second half of Super Bowl 57. So let's get back out to Arizona and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 29, Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now Brady. Flushed out right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Extra point try now for Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. Oh, good move. There he goes, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. But we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now Brady again. This is caught by Evans.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Brady to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. One receiver to the left is Evans. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And there's just 1 quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? And they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a give to Edmonds. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's Evans. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Fournette. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. This to perhaps salt this one away. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 10. A minute 39 to go. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl.
Ready.
Tagovailoa.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki, finding room at midfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Tua to throw.
On the right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won the Super Bowl, and they will hoist the Lombardi Trophy to cap an amazing season.